lakithi Embili kanye sikhulumisa ke tinza sekwelekelela live ukuthi likwade ukuthi liphakame lifike esigabeni seMarvel athuthukile ikakhulukazi ke kusukela kulomnyaka lotako sibukile amaswati lamahle lokuthi setikhona intinkomba letivetako lokuthi umfutho lebesoloke siufaka uyasibhekisa ke ku first world status ngasho ngiyabona ke kulomnyaka lomphelile noma ngomnyaka banga 2019 ukuthi eMarvel afaka ekhathi ke bo America they are already classified as your first world status but kukhona abantu labasolo bangawaphili noma labanga benefit kulowo mgubudla wekuthi lelo live seli first world status. And for me it says living in the first world status is also an issue of the mindset, because as we are saying in the United States of America kunebantu la sebakhona kubona ukuthi yes indeed we are a first world country but they still have beggars, they still have people living in shacks, they still have people that do not have access to medical facilities or healthcare and to quality education and many other things. Lokusho ukuthi nanathi la ekhaya Eswatini selekelela lokuthi noma ngabe kunebantu labangathi mabatibuka sengithi nje bangemashumi lamabili ngemabomu but yathi sesifikile ku first world. We just want then therefore to have many other people labangemaswati ukuthi ba enjoy lama benefits of good infrastructure, of good government services, of good private and public services kude ukuthi ngilelo nalelo Swati likwadi ke kuzuza kuloku ke imbube yemhlaba lesibopheleleke ngosingemaswati ukuthi asiphile sonke sesifikile kuleso sigaba eSemave lathuthukile. We are a population of about 1.3 million people maswatakithi akusiko likhulu kakhulu as other countries where you find they have a population of 50 million, of 75 million, of even 100 million in other countries like your Nigeria and many other parts of the world. Lokusho ukuthi masingatibophelela iminyaka mibili mithathu uyawukhanza ukuthi we have a certain percentage of our population that is already benefiting towards services and other privileges that government is offering. The goal is therefore to have all emaswati living into first world capacity or status. Kubita ukuthi sikhulumise leto tindzaba leto letinye titsinza tenhlala kahle, letinye titsinza temnotfo, letinye ke titsinza tindzaba temphilo, temfundo nalokunye. Masikhulumisa tindzaba temfundo selekelela live ukuthi lifike kuleso sigaba leso netemphilo kanjalo. Evikini liphelile sikhulumeke ngetindzaba letitsinza ke njengoba ke ngenyanga ya yendlovana February the 4th of February sikhulumisa ukuthi kucala ke inyanga ye kukhulumisa ke tindzaba tesifo ke samdlavuza cancer awareness month, and last week we were talking about the issue of cervical cancer. Lebonakala ke tinombolweni masithi siyatihlola tisetulu kakhulu tebantu abathola ke mdlavuza wemdlavuza wesibeletho ke noma ke umlomo wesibeletho basilimalela kakhulu bomake. What are the causes of cervical cancer? And today on the program we are saying cervical cancer is preventable, and I think this is an affirmative statement we just want to put out there kumaswati ukuthi bayasishiya ke ihlobo tethu ngecervical cancer kodwa liqiniso ukuthi bekungakafanele ukuthi tisishiye ngecervical cancer ihlobo tethu njengoba preventable. We just want to come and make more emphasis today on the program to all emaswati, particularly women and their support structures ukuthi akube beteke make noma ke tsathe lobulawa cervical cancer njengoba preventable. Why are we saying cervical cancer is preventable? I have two officers today from the Ministry of Health labatasikhulumisa basichazele. On my right I do have Nomalanga Hlophe who is a cancer prevention officer kanye ke na nokwethu Mkhumane on my right of course labakhulumisa dona ke letindzaba lethu batawusichazela kafishane. Angikubingelele nokwethu nguphela thuba thathe wethu kuvusela ke Maswati namuhla.
Angibingelele Maswati lamahle, siyabonga to be invited ehlelweni stokhulumisa umdlavuza wemlomo wesibeletho kubomake. Yeah.
Sibonga kakhulu nokwethu Nomalanga thathe wethu angikubingelele nguphela thuba lekusufusela Maswati.
Siyabonga kakhulu kuba sehlelweni namuhla ensambama sithini Embili kanye naku cervical cancer sinabo make sithi asihambeni sichubeke siyembili kanye siphilile sonke.
Sengicishe ngibhabhadalelenye ukuthi mawufika la uthi day sawubona mkhwenyana nami sengicishe ngisangubingelele maketala ehlelweni. sibonge nomalanga kuba nathi ke ehlelweni sikhulumisa indzaba ye cervical cancer lana nokwethu namuhla sikhulumile lenzaba sicala evikini eliphelile and kubantu kumbe labede kahle sithombe se cervical cancer kutawu ngazi ukuthi kumbe sikhuluma ngendzaba kumbe lesine special interest kiyo ngokuthi kumbe yadiwa ngithi, but I think we just want to make this a national issue today because of what the numbers indicate ema office enu. We are saying today bantu labanamdlavuza noma labanganayo umdlavuza wesifo sembeletho sembeletho bangaphila angababulali lo mdlavuza, but tell us just a little bit about lo mdlavuza lesikhuluma ngaye namuhla nekuthi uyingoti kangakanani mangabe ayekeliwe kuze kuthi mangabe sesicala ukukhulumisa indaba ye prevention amaswati athi lokuthi sisho ngani lokuthi lesifo lesingoti kangaka si preventable.
Okay, ngaqala nje ngekuthi no woman deserves to die of cervical cancer, especially because it's very different from langalamanye ma cancer. Ayiveli yona ulale namuhla uphilile and then mhlawumbe nikusasa so diva so netimpawu letitsite so thina uye esibhedlela bakutshele ukuthi hayi so namdlavuza wona uqala ngekundvulela. Ngingasho ukuthi lokundvulela ngiloko ukuthi letinyama talomlomo wesibeletho tiqale tishintshiswe ngileli gciwane le-HPV tilungiselele letinyama ukuthi ngalelinye ilanga mhlambe after umnyaka leng5 noma kuya 10 years kungikhani kubhedvuka kuba ngilomdlavuza qobo, but otherwise during lesikhathi sabo 5 years kuya ku 10 years dona letinyama tisuke tisaguquka njeke. Singasho ukuthi kusuke kuyi pre-cancer stage, sisuke kungakafiki kumdlavuza qobo lwayo. Ngiko sithi it is definitely preventable because uma ngabe sikhonile kukubamba kusese kulesigaba sekundvulela kusesengakabi ngilomdlavuza diningi intindvo lesingakhona kudenda singemaswati noma etibhedlela to stop the process ukuthi kugcine kufikile ku cancer. So in that way, yes, it is preventable, and there are so many strategies in place ukuthi wonke make akhona kuyi access screening kuze kuhanjwe ngisho kuma communities kuyiwe kopopolwa etinkundleni kuyiwe kuyopopola ema clinic lamancane kuyapopola mdlavuza wemlomo wesibeletho, and it's easily accessible for everyone. The country is also is in a process of bringing in the HPV vaccine, which will be coming through. So yeah,
sisitayitsenza yenza balo icetha wekhulumisa kumbe yabo vaccine ngisho masathi sivele kakhulu ngemkhuhlane wabo COVID-19 ukuthi this is a virus lesingakhona ukuthi masithole vaccine kumbe singakhona kuyicontrola. Mdlavuza wemlomo wesibeletho usenzaweni le bomakela abanengi ube bangana lokudibuda lokuthi ngikutholephi kuyini ngidelwe nako ekhaya yini kuyini lokubangela make ukuthi angagcina athole lesifo salomdlavuza lona.
Njengoba ngiyabonga Paris sekachazile nokwethu ukuthi kuneligciwane la HPV lokuligciwane sithi human papilloma virus lithi uma lingakalashwa lisibangele umdlavuza womlomo wesibeletho lokusho ukuthi lifike lihlale likhaceke lapha kulomlomo wesibeletho. Ulithola njani ke make? Ulithola ecasini sikhathi lesiningi mangabe nje kumbe ngake ngaba nesingane lesinayilo HPV utawumphatha noma uyicarrier yena yalo HPV afike awushiye lapha kimi emlomweni wesibeletho bese sengiyamfukamela ke mnelo HPV ngimfukamele isibeletho sami simkhulise agcina angumdlavuza. Uqala le ku pre-cancer kepha njengoba shido nokwethu ukuthi kuyahlala 5 to 10 years kuya ngekuthi ke emasotsha ami emtimbeni anganani. Kulesinye isikhathi emasotsha ayakhona kulona legciwane le HPV kungafiki lapha kusandvulela mdlavuza kungafiki futhi kumdlavuza, but emasotsha amakabuthakathaka khanzeke ukuthi uyakhula lo HPV vele uyakhula ngoma uhleli enzaweni lekahle levunzile uyakhula ugcina ke ngumdlavuza uma kungalashwa. Kanti sithini screen and treat ngilesithi sibuka lesandvulela ukuthi mangabe sikhona sandvulela mdlavuza silashwe ngoma siyelapheka umuntu abe betelo pre-cancer lokusho ukuthi ugcina angefiki lapha kumdlavuza. lokusho ukuthi isikhathi lesiningi siwuthola ecansini vele
lwadi luyinfo lomcoka sikhuluma ngenzaba ukuthi njengoba achaza nomalanga la ukuthola ngekuthi uye ecansini lesingane sakho ke sikushiye nale HPV lesikhulumisako namuhla ukuthi ingiyona lethi ngekuhlala isikhathi lesithe lapha kulomlomo wesibeletho ugcina kumbe sohambe wafika esigabeni sekuthi ubangela umdlavuza kumbe ke lo munye utaba nalo ukuthi ngisola ukuthi kumbe kusuke kusengadini noma kumbe kuphatha labathile boma ke banalo ukuthi kumbe ngiyabekisa utathi lo munye kumbe ngiyadinaka mangicetha kulala nemuntu ngiyageza kumbe leligciwane kumbe ligcina lihambile ngiletinye tinfo letingenta bomaye kumbe bacabanga ukuthi ukugula lokuthide lokho kuyasita intinfo letinjengaleto ngoba uyawukhanza ukuthi labanye bahleda abaye esibhedlela utitshela lokuthi ngidawudinaka ngana indlela nayi mangicetha kubuya ecansini konke kumbe lokungena kimi ukutase sekuhamba nemandi
ubuta kahle Perez unfortunately aneke uze uligeza njengoba sisho nje ukuthi kuyivirus aneke uze umanage uyigezeke ngemanti noma ulibulale ligciwane ngemanti uchazile la ngakho ukuthi uthi ungadibana naloyo muntu loyo lesinye noma lesibeletho sethu la sihleli khona kumandana kufuthumela so kulula ukuthi noma ngabe uyageza isandla sakho neke futhi noma ngathi ukwati kangakanani asikhona ukufika emlonyeni wesibeletho so it's almost impossible to wash it off and it's you can't take care enough except to screen so uma ngabe ungumake ngingagcizelela nje mina ukuthi nangabe uthi umake lotinakakho then that means ungumake yakho for screening
kulesicreen siyayikhulumisa lenza by screening live la kithi kusula nga 2015 li establish i cancer registry bantu basolo babulawa i cancer noma bayithole i cancer but ukhanze ukuthi asati lokuthi vele inombolo dabo tingakani bobona ngalo yonje sekavela esibhedlela ukuthi une cancer kodwa kusukela nga 2015 live la establish what we call a cancer registry isitshela kuthini le cancer registry kusukela nga 2015 kuze kube nginyalo pertaining i cervical cancer lesikhuluma ko namuhla bangakanani labayitholako bangakanani labashiya emhlabeni
ngidawuthi live la sitakala ngekuthi li establish le registry vele ngoba sesiyakhona nyalo ukukhulumisa inombolo lesitibonakho siyakhona ukukhulumisa info lengiyo singabekisi njengemavila semaceleni njengoba besenta phambilini but nyalo sesibuka lokhu lokwendeka la Eswatini singathini ke cervical cancer solo siqalile kubutha idata neku-analyzer kusukela 2016 kuze kufika 2020 nguye lo yaye ahambe Embili vele minyaka neminyaka lokusho ukuthi kubomake nje babodwa cervical cancer uyaye athathe lo 51 to 55% ngamnyaka ngeminyaka asikase sabangaphasi ke kwa 50% vele kubomake babodwa kula bagula ke ngemdlavuza wemlomo wesibeletho kanti labasishiyako sesingathi ke kubamfu bonke ba labana cancer 33% wabomake labana cervical cancer bayasishiya vele inombolo lesetulu kakhulu leyo uma ngabe sithi le cancer iyavikeleka
umeje ke sibeke singana nge50 to 55% masingabekisa ngedinombolo ukuthi mangabe kuna 100,000 webantu bangakanani labasuke banale cervical cancer kule dinombolo lethi chazako
uma ngingabuka idata nje ya 2018 sina 68 per 100,000 lokusho ukuthi 68 wabomake labana cervical cancer ku 100,000 wabomake kangwani 68 wabo una cervical cancer ngeminyaka sisicishe singabekisa kanjani inombolo lesetulu kakhulu leyo lihamba kakhulu Embili kakhulu even lethu
kusukela kuleti indzaba dabo screening which is why today sifuna ukukhulumisa indzaba ye prevention lokuthi kude make njengoba ushilo ma sivula lihlelo lokuthi kude make lokufanele ukuthi ashiye emhlabeni abulawe ukuthi uthole i cervical cancer yini lesikuthola kuvimbela bomake ukuthi kumbe bangakhuthalela kuyo screena because ngiyathi ukuthi uhulumende ama facilities wavulile ukuthi kumbe bekangasetshenziswa izinto letinjengaleti ngiyanaka lokuthi isikhathini lesinyende kuba bobabe kumbe labane kuthonsela emuva tindzabeni yokuhlola bona labo prostate cancer nalokunye kodwa kuboma ke ngabe manje nikhanza ukuthi ngaba yini lokuvimbela lokuthi bangakhona ukukhuthalela kuyohlola
okay bomake kakhulu kuba mamith laba preventer kokuthi inkholelo letenda kokuthi bangayi kuyohlola sikhuliseke sima females sitshelwa kokuthi hey make noma na umsikade uhlala ngenfombi awumani nje uvule
uhlala ngenfo
so it's most women are not comfortable going to facilities to get screened because vele they have to be naked and see umlomo wesibeletho awukho ebaleni vele indlela leya kuwo wendlula khona la ebuthobhini bakho ongumake. So that is very uncomfortable for women and that is a huge barrier. Another barrier is that it's always said go ukuthi kubhlungu. Angidala hayi kubhlungu kufaswa insimbi ngente
ngasije kulabo ngente kulokwesaba kukhumula nekuba ngcono ngekuthi ufuna kuhlolwa akwendiwa into ukuthi kumbe angathi ukuthi bomake baba comfortable mabahlolwa ngilomduna noma baba comfortable mabahlolwa ngisisi yini lokubenda ukuthi babe comfortable nekuthi kumbe singathini kibo kuze ukuthi sibakhulule kuloko lokuthi no lokuba ngcono akwendeki lokho kwendeka nako lokungamenta abe comfortable.
Okay, bonesi ba both sexes. So kuma facilities utamkhanza nesi lomduna utamkhanza nesi lo msikati as well. So I think just kuba ngithola ucina ngiloko ukuthi nabo labathuna batayele vele kuhlola bomake and bona kahle nababuka lobungqondo bamake basuke banganakine ukuthi hey vele kunjani babona likhala nje kuyafana kibo it's like they are seeing likhala ngalendlela lasebatayile ngako kokubona so ngakhuthata nje bomake ukuthi they shouldn't be afraid to go to health facilities whether umduna noma msikade abangesabi baye bathi ke hey kube mnanzi kubelekiswa nginesilomduna. So I think it's more or less the same. Bona babaye babe kind ngoba baye beve ngazuthi hey kubhlungu so baba more gentle.
Ngiyabona melekelele noma langa ubungqono bemuntu nje ubungqono bemuntu uyawukhanza umuntu oseke saba kwehlola la eMbabane Government Hospital athi ngiyawuhlola le mankayana ngiyabekisa ngalokuthi angifuni ukuthi ngiyahambela la edolobheni ngihlangane nalo nurse lo wangihlola kumbe mduna ngengithathe ngihamba nesingani sami leto info leto ngifuna ukuthi sisebenze namuhla ngalokuthi ngidonga ditawusita lokuthi abantu bangesabi lokuya lesibhedlela angathi leti popolo takhona ngeke ngambuta nokwethula usengangeni lokuthi kuba nani nelikhethini yini bese kumbe kufakwa lo mshina noma kumbe kwente kanjani kumbe ungasichazela nje ukuze ukuthi abantu batawukhululeka lokuthi lento yente kanjani letamenda ukuthi agcine kumbe akhululekile lokuthi angiye futhi abantu bayaya le kutabe kungacali ngayo.
Hey kona ngalokuthi vele sikhuluma ngesitfo lesisenzaweni lebucayi ukhanza kuba khona lokwesabanyana kepha nje singathi bamfa bakhululeke baye ngoba lokusendela kusita yena umuntu as an individual ne-family yakhe ke nelive kanjalo. Indzaba yokuthi hey mase kahamba edolobheni kumbe lo nesi utambona kuyenteka akubone nesi but angakhumbuli kuthiwa kwakubona kuphi noma ngabe ukusita ekseni ngalokuthi akudingeki lokuthi la kimi ku register kuthi bengikwendani ngabonani kuwe ngalokuthi kunana ama principles la khona uma sisenda le nursing kahle sobabili sibonese so we know confidentiality ye patient kuthi hayi phela wena lengubonile bekuyini akufiki lapho mase singekho la kule room besitana kiyo noma ngabe sihlangana kule corridor khona la sibedlela angeke kufike kusesta ukukhuluma ngale besikhulume ngako le emva kwala ma curtain le besikiwo noma kule ya private space la besikhona khona lengakusho nje ukuthi bamfu ababe nako lokuthi i-confidentiality siyafuna lokuthi icine kakhulu futhi siyayisi-emphasize noma siyigcizelele ngaso sonke isikhathi uma si-train abonesi nge-screening se-cervical cancer ngayo yona lenza ukuthi kukhona lokho esaba lokuba khona so confidentiality is one of
lengamenda ukuthi umuntu akhululeke ukuthi indzaba iphelela khona lapha e-consulting room
marketing aid noma ngabe ngithe umdlavuza ukhona noma ngisola ukuthi ukhona kutawugcina la kithi kutaba nguye ke make kuthi yena uyotshela abantu babo kakhe noma bani kepha mina ke sekunana i-shared confidentiality kumbe ukuthi mina nadokotela lesitamsita lo make siyakhona kukhuluma ngale finding lesitfolile kuze ukuthi make asitakale asikhulumisi kwenta lihlaya noma kwenta ini but sendela nje ukuthi umuntu abe very confident.
Kunebantu abayadiko i-cervical cancer ukuthi yinvo le kanje mase kuyi-cervical cancer nyalo sifuna sikhuluma nge-prevention kanzi esigabeni sayombamba kumcoka lokuthi nemuntu kumbe lobe kakuthathela phasi lele sikhulumako ngaleti izathu nathi lesibala ukuthi hey batangibona bese bayangihleka mangihamba edolobheni mase bakhuluma ngami lokwa naloko kutasi illustrate lokuthi kumbe sichazele lobukela konyalo lokuthi le cervical cancer yona mbambamba mase iyecela igaba lesikhulumisako leti talabo precancerous cells and the likes kuhamba kwendekeni la kulesitho sesibeletho le kugcina sekungilomdlavuza walesibeletho mbamba letigaba letendeka kwendekani le kuleso sitho lokuyingodi kakhulu kwenta ukuthi nalabo make bagcina basishile njengoba tibekile leti nombolo ngicabanga ukuthi loku kutasisita loku create lesithombe so when we say go and test we are saying this is what you are going to be preventing.
Okay, ngiyabonga Perez. Kulokuleka kushoko Perez ngicabanga ukuthi ngaqala ngikugcizelela ukuthi nakusesengile precancer kude lo lokuvaka wena Perez. Uyahamba nje lokungihleli nje la uma ngabe ngingaka screen neke ngatati ukuthi nginayo in le precancer noma ngide. So uma ngabe letinyama setihambelici ngale kundvulela lomdlavuza kugcine kudleke letinyama kwaze kwafika lapho khona kutsinza imithambo yengati the blood vessel layer, and once it's penetrated into there kubese sekuyaqala kuba sithi bese sekuqala kuba invasive cancer ngoba kusuke sekuthinze lapho khona kuhamba khona ingati kubese sekuba nesilonza tsite. And lama symptoms, that is when they come into play. Ngulapho la kutawube sekhona sowuva tinhlungu uhle uba nekopha noma ngabe ngalesi sikhathi na uthi udibana nababe wophe noma ungakadibani kuhle kuphuma ingadi noma ke kube ne discharge ngoba nase sithi sekuthinze le blood vessel layer sekunesilonza ukhanze ukuthi kutawuphuma nje emanti mhlawumbe lanuka kabi hayi ngoba unagcunsula yini kuhle kutendakalela nje ukuthi lwi and ngalesinye isikhathi kutaba ngabi kutawuneke kube ipain lotayiva ngalasinye kube yiback pain because siyati ukuthi sonke sitho semtimba sihamba nema nerves, so the nerves lala esinyeni ayaphinza futhi ahambe radiate konke nala ngemuva. So when utawutitshela ukuthi uphele kuphatha liqolo nanatimbambo sina, what are the hips, what's here
pelvis.
Yes, pelvis. Utawukhanza ukuthi so uvamisa kuba netinhlungu kuleto tindzawo letingalapho. Those are symptoms, those are signs and symptoms for
the cancer.
Yes. But lokunye loku tricking a cancer ngiloko ukuthi akusho ukuthi na unaleti mpawu leto it's definitive ukuthi yi cancer. You can feel those things ukhanza ukuthi akusiyo I cancer ngiletinye tindvo letendekalako. So I will always go back to screening, Perez, to say the only way to confirm anything or to whatever anything is to go for screening.
Yeah, esikhathini lesiningi ngazuthi nje ngibuta lo mbuto lona ngilokuthi sinebantu labanengi labayako lokuyo screena njengoba sikhuluma nyalo yakukhanza ukuthi labanye batawusukuma baye lokuyo screena only to find ukuthi bayase ku late kakhulu. Kunalama stages lawa lamanye ale cervical cancer lokhanza ukuthi kungathi namhlanje sithi abantu abasume bayo screena sendela ukuthi manje Nkosi yami kutholakale kusese early, but unfortunately ngale Eswatini ngenhlanhla lembi kunalabanye labatawuya bayohlola bakhanze ukuthi sekunalabo stage 2 and stage 3 stage 4 bayini labo stage labo nokuthi bayingodi kangakanani kumuntu mangabe kumbe atawuyekela lokuhlola ngesikhathi aze athi khanze akulama stages lawo. Ngumbuto wona ngiyabona befuna ukuthi Dr. Msane evikini liphelele kodwa nje ngiyethemba nawe enokuthi kumbe ningalekelelana siwuphendvule because I think ngumbuto lomgcoka lokuthi bantu sithi abayohlola manje batawuya seku late. We just want to encourage people to go and test kusese early, you know, but for those that have not, we just want them to know lokuthi yini lele ngendeka mangabe kumbungeke utabe solo postpone kanti sikhuluma yona le ndvu namuhla kusese kuhle.
Sekuthi nje yes kuya ngaleti gaba vele semase sifike sesekumdlavuza ke kuya ngethi ngikusigaba bani sho sibo dokotela batabese sebayangibuka ukuthi ungu stage 1 kunema treatment guidelines ke la khona ke ekumanager icancer according to lama stages. Lokusho ukuthi lokhu stage 1 akangeke ka manage ke noma ngeke alashwe njengaloku stage 3 kumbe lokhu stage 1 kusekhona lokungendiwa lokukahle kumbe kususe leso sitho noma ayithole ne chemotherapy. Loku stage 2 kuyayikwehlukana nakhona bese bayaxoxisana bodokotela babukisana ukuthi engabe yini lesingayenda for lo make lo. Takhanza silomunye akasalungele kukhokhwa sitho lesi sibeletho uyakubona ngoba sekukhuphuke lesigaba asikayitholi very early enough ukuthi kumbe lesitho sesingasusa lapho le cancer bese confined to lesitho lesisibeletho noma umlomo wesibeletho mase sithi stage 2 lokusho ukuthi le cancer seyihambe sigajana seyiphumile kumbe kulomlomo wesibeletho yathatha nengcenyele ethide yesibeletho angithi kunemlomo bese kuba nesibeletho seyikhuphukile kumbe mase ithithe isigaba 3 imithetho umlomo wesibeletho yathatha ingcenye yesibeletho yaphinze yangena ku vaginal canal lokusho ukuthi inyalo nala kudlalela khona baphi sekunamdlavuza sekumbe sesigaba sesithathu ukhanze ukuthi ke mase siseyi ku stage 4 seyihambe ke yatihlanyela lapha nalapha umbese khamba nangengadi nange nema lymphatic system kumbe seyitihlanyela esibinzini itihlanyele ephashini itihlanyele engcondvweni emathanjeni selapho sithi ngosigaba 4 lokusho ukuthi indlela yakhona yekwelapha ukhanze kusivele sesitawuthi kumbe ngesamfaka ku chemotherapy na radiation kumbe sekuvele sekhambe kakhudlwana kepha sitamfaka ku palliative care lapho sifuna ukuthi imsebalisa ubuhlungu ne discomfort amane aphile a painless or pain free life kahle le ndlela yekwelapha vele ibese seyiya ngekucina ezizikhuphuka naletigaba kanti kulapheka kahle kakhulu noma kanconywana uma kungilosigaba sekucala
Ngiyabonga kakhulu because masikhulumisa iprevention kufuna lokuthi umuntu adi lokuthi sithi kutawendeka naku mangabe ungeke waya kulabo screening kufuna ngiyenene kule screening kumbe nje ngicela ngiphinze ngibuyela ku ungato utayiphendvula le kule tinombolo le sikhulumisile for instance nathi ta 2020 nasevikini liphelile sathi caphona le tinombolo ukuthi kulabo make laba ngama confirmed cases of cancer 323 wabo ngulaba labasuka ku age 15 to age 45 umbuto wami ngoba nalo ukuthi laba na 15 bona bafunani la bayitholeni in the HPV yazi yagcina kumbe ifike esigabeni sekuthi sebangaba ngema confirmed cases of cervical cancer sifuna ukukhuluma kakhulu nebatali la ngene involvement yabantu ababo kulama risk factors labanga cervical cancer for those that are probably the age of 15 to 21 or 22 thereabout umntala uthatha umfana mona 15 akayidzingi le conversation le but as we are speaking we are quoting figures let's say last year 323 walaba labangama confirmed cases of cervical cancer basuka ku age 15 to 45 basemakhaya ke labantu abayasilalela nyalo sifuna kwathi ukuthi kube yini ama risk factors alaba labasuka ku 15 amalaba kulamanye ama teenage years to their early adulthood.
Sibonga Perez. I-risk factor yokuqala nje lesitawuthi it's a major risk factor ngilokusheshe kuyecansini sithi early sexual debut. Kuqala nje sidlalisane ke kumbe labanye bamfana aba consent nalo kule sexual encounter khanze kuthi bayahlukubeteka indlela thide kumbe ngingadi ngingumdala ukuthi umfana soyahlukubeteka exposure yona leyo akakasho ukuthi ufuna ke ecasini kepha kumbe kuyendeka ndlela thide ekhaya noma kuphi la kahlala khona kube nalokuhlubeteka
lokunye ukwancisa nje ungicela ukuchaze lokuthi le sexual exposure ayisho i-sexual penetration it will help to understand because utathi make angizange sengibone lo mfana nami adlwenguliwe noma kumbe kunjani ukuthi masikhuluma nge-sexual exposure uyichaze both on the penetration side and on the other side lenichazele mina because mina sengiyati lokuthi sengingakugatha naloku mangabe noma ngabe kungasiyo i-sexual penetration.
Okay sibonge khona lapho nje ngoma kuyasida la ukuthi sicacise lokuthi akudinge ukuthi aze abe penetrated lombani kakhulu lomncane kumbe lengathi una 9 years uma ngabe nje lo mfu wesilisa umdlalise wadlalisela khona la emathangeni le HPV uyasala lapho emathangeni uyayitfola futhi indlela yokuthi ahambe afikele atindele emlonyeni wesibeletho khona la emathangeni nje la uma fluids laphethe HPV uyamshiya HPV umfu wesilisa umfana so usala uphethe ligciwane la HPV leli yawuthi ekhambeni kwesikhathi limbangele lo cervical cancer uma ngabe stawuthi ke lo mfana akazange sikalali lo siyamati vela uthi akhanze so yasilahlekela kulaba lesitawuthi sifuna kuba screena vele ngoma sebake baya ecasini uyabona azange seka naye aka uyakhumbula lezi malume kumbe wagcina adlalelela emathangeni noma yimvo lengekho nala mcondveni wakhe ngoma kude nayo ubhlungu lapho experience kumbe esikhatsini lesiningi uyabona kanti ke lokunye sengenca kona lapho ukuthi lo HPV vele uyayithola lendlela noma ngabe angakangeni ekhathi umflomtsana kuna HIV kunebamfana labadelwe with HIV. Unfortunately siyathi ukuthi kona semancane ama statistics ebamfana abadalwa with HIV kepha bakhona ukhanze kusomtfolile lo HPV kanti unayo nalo HIV. Se kuthatha iminyaka nalemincanyana ke lapho ngoma emasotsha ukhanze kuthatha asathi kabetekile immunity ayisasiko very strong like compared to umfana lo HIV negative. Sekuthatha ke athi makafika lapha ku 15 years khanze kutse kuna cancer vele.
Sithini kubatali ngekukhulumisa abantwana ngetindzaba tekecansini because nyalo info lekhona sengile ukuthi ikakhulu kati kunale narrative lentsha le positive and good le 95 bantu labadla bantu laba testa labana HIV 95% wabo bayasathi simo sengadi badla emaphilisi lithinze balisekile ligciwane bayalala nalabantwana and uyawukhanza ukuthi bantwana sebalala nalabantu abarong labana labo HPV bayithole leligciwane. And I think we have a responsibility as a society to talk to the younger generation to say i-risk nyalo akusasiyo i-HIV kuphela more so because of the issue yalo 95 but also i-risk is the fact that there's HPV which could lead you to cervical cancer, you know. And I think the need for discussions at homes la khulumisa indaba ye sexual activity was never higher than it is now. What can we say to parents in terms of making sure ukuthi abantu nabo 15 bayaba screena? I know it's a sad thing to do, but I think they need to get to that point to understand, because these are the figures lesiwabona namuhla, and unfortunately siwabona kubantu labasukumile bayohlola. I know kunebantu labangakasukuma bayohlola labana bo 15 16 le HPV ihleli lapha kibo and batali abakwadi lokho because utshela ukuthi ngumntwana lo. We need to speak to those parents today.
Okay. I like the theme of cancer. Let's see, I will and I can. I can and I will. And ngoba le statement leso siya kuwonke umuntu, whether ungumtali noma ungubani, there's something that you can do lokuncane, which is what I will also do namuhla nami lokuncane, to say it's high time umntwana simfundzisa from a very 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 tender age ngokuthi akuba ngabi nemuntu lokuthinta bungembili bakho, because that is a sexual manipulation. It's sexual contact. Ngidawusho kanjalo. Lo mfana vele nje aleje ngokuthi athinve and akureporte ngokuthi uthinziwe in whichever kind of way. Ungiyamile lo ungiyama nje lokho tricky nangale HPV ngiloko ukuthi vele it's through contact. In fact leligciwane le HPV li broad ngoba ngilo nanalo leli responsible for tinsumpe, and tinsumpe vele tithathelana ngekuyamana. So it's through kuyamana. So kufanele vele labantwana from a tender age simfundzise ukuthi nakana 5 nje weminyaka so uyaqala uyakhulumisa athi sisi kude lokuthintsakho kude lokudlalisa la ngembili wakuthinta uyabuya uyareport, because that's where the sexual contact is. And I think we miss a lot of clients ngoba because I haven't had penetrative sex, then I have not been exposed sexually. Ngani kuyadlaliswana. So I think it's high time that sibatali sibe alert nalama messages leswa niketa abantwana ukuthi bangathinfa la ngempilo.
Sitayicala sithini sibatali lento ngoba mina nje kungitshela ukuthi mangabe unemntwana lo intombatana lona 15 as per the indication on the statistics we shared, kusho ukuthi thatha irresponsibility uyomhlolisa lo mntwana ukwenda njani ngumtali lokho, because one nanawe nje unale denial ukuthi ngikusaphi lento ngoba kokucala nje kusanuka kubisi kanti leti nombolo tiyasikhombisa. Angathi noma sithi batali vele sale bakwenta umgomo wena ukuthi bamva babo labangamantombatana at age 12 13 or 15 as we have seen on the statistics ababathathe labantwana bayohlola njengoba bahlola nabo. Asengithi nje makabeke appointment athi ngiyohlola athathe lo mntwana wakhe lo intombatana lona 16 17. Should that be the case?
Okay. No. We say eligibility yekokuthi make ayekuyohlola yi sexual exposure. So aneke make aze athi ngoba lo mfana so una 15 statistics sithi 15 asambe noma ngabe lo mfana awadi aneke vele asize simhlole because lendlela lesihlola ngayo lokulesikusebenzisa ukuze ukuthi sibone lo mlomo wesibeletho it can break that child's virginity unless kune indication less serious lo make asitshele ukuthi no lo mfana umanipulatiwe
noma sewuvumile ukuthi uyalala
noma sewuvumile ukuthi uyalala and nakhona lapho vele we will have to break it down sikhulume nemntwana at ku level yakhe kungabi ngokuthi vele nangimake vele umchubile simhlole ngenkani we will actually talk to that child
kodwa nje ngiyafuna ukuthi siyibuyise kulolo kwendekako because ngisho ubuka inombolo lesiniketwa bona be National Emergency Response Council on HIV iyasikhombisa ukuthi laba most prone to HIV nyalo ngole age group yalabo 15 to 35 or 39 ngibuta kona ukuthi mangabe lo mfana sovumile lokuthi yemake mina sengiyalala noma vele they have evidence ukuthi lo mfana so uyalala sithi akamikiswa ayohlolela umdlavuza wesibeletho noma kumba semiyekele aze athi calele yena seka adults at age 21 or 22 which was my concern ukuthi uyawukhanda ukuthi akusasiko kumbe isikhathi lesivumako
siyabonga kuko naloko sike saba netinkulumo towards the end of last year noma kumbe emkhathini kuthi vele thina silivela kangwane sithini ngekucala ku screen ngoma emavela amanye athi age 21 according to mhlabhlangene thina sive la kangwane masibuka le statistics set lo 21 sebanengi kakhulu labanamdlavuza wesibeletho and mostly at the age of 18-19 lokusho ukuthi ke kufanele sicale even earlier sisebenzise yona le sexual exposure lokuthi so uyaya enecansini umuntu ngoma uyadikhulumela lo mbana ngalesinye isikhathi akadingi ukuthi aze achutshwe ngomflo omtsala bayadidela more especially if le facility noma le clinic I open enough baye bathole ama health workers la kahle kakhulu akhona umfana kusho ukuthi oh mina ecasini ngiyaya ngacala futhi ngineminyaka lengaka ngicela kuhlola they do that labanye bayadiyela voluntarily
bengizothi awusho namalanga ukuthi bantu abami ke lani lokuya ecansini nisebancane ngoba on a serious note because I think abantwana bayindiswa ngilendvo ngokuthi bayibone filmini bathetshela ukuthi hey nalithuba lami nama sengikwende ngibona bayakwenda ngathi kuyinfo le yendiwako sebayakwenda ke sibatali nginako lokuthi siyadinga lokukhuluma open nyalo nabantu bethu ngoba ekuhambeni kwesikhathi noma bangasifihlela kwani makana 27 so ne cervical cancer sengumthwalo wefamily sekungathi cervical cancer kumbe into lebuya kuphi kanzi kumbe kube sasheshe sadi we need to speak to our children basesebancane sihambe nabo letigaba nekube ekhuda ngalomkhuba lo ngalokuthi bayalala bese angeke athi ngoba sowulele after a year or two asengiyohlola lokho kanti kuyakhela lokho noma nje ngoba nisho nina kuyendvulela kuyahamba leminyaka kunana ngigugula uyabukela gugubuta lokuthi kukhona into engingakudla lokungangisita kuvikela icervical cancer umbuto wembukeli lo sengithi anguveta ngalokuthi ungiletinye taletinfo kumbe labacabanga abantu ukuthi yabona nje mangingadla mangathola imbida letside ngidoba right noma mangadla mantongomane nama spinach is it a matter of a nutrition of nutrition in the cervical cancer?
Okay, ngicala ngekho ukuthi it's very very important to have a healthy diet generally for everyone. And kuma risk factors lesinawo vele siyesisho ukuthi dlani healthily. But there's a downside to it. Nearly every woman lo gile waba sexually exposed once in their lifetime uba nayo le HPV. So noma ngabe udle kahle kangakanani le HPV yiligciwane vele longalithola usaphila as long as wake waba sexually exposed sekungaya ke ngekho ukuthi leligciwane lifike lakhanza lamtimbeni wakho emasotsha akho impela solokusemasotsha lagadzile noma kumasotsha laleleke ngesizathu sekokuthi mhlambe awudli kahle but in terms of a specific food longayidla to prevent HPV infection no
mase unayo
No unayo sekungaba ngokoko ukuthi is your body healthy, is your immune system strong to fight the HPV off, or your body is not strong enough and iyayifukamela le HPV and it keeps growing and then one day it will become a cancer.
Yeah, kukhona nakulesi sikufunze nami nje sengikubona kanenge ukhanza ukuthi kunekudla lokuthiwa amawudla kona noma ngabe sowunayo le cancer lomtimba wakho uyakhona lokuqhubeka ulwe angathi namagugubuta kulohlangothi lolo ukuthi senginela ama precancerous cells kudla kunde kufuna ngikudle kuze ukuthi kunga progress kugcina kufike kule cancer angathi noma kumbe sesithi nje angivete leyo dimension because uyakhanza ukuthi so unawo lama precancerous cells labanye ngive bathi bakubita ngama lesions labanye lesions oh yes kukhona inkudla lengathi sebangitshelile esibhedlela ukuthi now you have this precancerous cell so iqalele ne treatment kudla kunde kufanele ngikudle kuze ukuthi kwelekelele nakulokwentiwa bodokotela.
Lokumcoka nje is a healthy diet kude lokudla lesitawuthi lokho ke kutawu kwenta ukuthi kumbe welekelele bodokotela kulo precancer ngoba sikhuluma nga HPV lana lo ne DNA singathi kudla noma kuyafinyelela ngilo kulo DNA wesel yakubona lokusho ukuthi idokotela ngisuthi abeseka kulaphile siyafuna umfadle healthy ukuthi abuyise immunity yakhe ikhona ekuchubeka umtimba uphile. Kukhona ke lokuthi kunet market dineng market
ngiyabona
nje market babe sebafaka kudla net market kungazothi kudawe lapha
sikwenda umthwalo waboma ke ngidakupha lithuba manje nje 2 minutes ushona kulobo ufuna kusho sikwenda umthwalo waboma ke lenzaba ye cervical cancer ne HPV kungazi ukuthi ngibo kumbe laba di exposako noma kumbe laba vulnerable ase sikhulume nabo babe la lengicabanga lokuthi make uyithola ngekuhlangana nababe le HPV le tawugcina kusasa imbangele I cervical cancer sithini bobabe ngenzaba yetindzaba tasecansini netindzaba tekulandzelela lokuthi lo wakami ngabe lela ngeke ngaya khona kulomnyaka lophelile ngibese ngathi mangifika la kuye ngamniketa na HPV what is the role of men in the issue of dealing with cervical cancer?
Okay. I heard your question. I think what's blogging in my mind, ngilenza baye kusina so uqale le precancerous treatment. Le precancerous treatment, it's not like you cause yemaphilisi tsiteyini. It's something that happens nyalo and pelile nyalo. Ngoba kahle kahle sisuke sisusa letinyama lesetiguqukile and siyatibulala vele. Kusho ukuthi it's either siyatisika kusale silonza kuhlumele tintsha lesetite legciwane le HPV or siyatifreezisa but hayi ke nge ice cube Perez siyatifreezisa ngale procedure lenye lesithi cryotherapy sithi destroy kusale silonza kuhlumele tinye letite legciwane le HPV. I just thought maybe I would emphasize on that sekungaba ngile healthy diet ke yekoko ukuthi uvele unesilonza and you're just eating healthy so that you stop phola malula.
Cela phendula nayi yamasinyana ke
then irole yabo babe inkulu kakhulu ngoba leligciwane le HPV vele liyahlala endvukweni yababe and lingambangela naye babe ku statistics nje kukhona ukuthi bokunabo babe labane penile cancer so yes naye babe kungambangela ipenile cancer so it's very important because bobaba neke sikhone kuba screener njengabo make ukuthi sihlole ukuthi unayo HPV so it's very important for babe ukuthi make sure ukuthi make noma loyo muntu lekadibana naye so ilele kuyohlola ukuthi ngabe uteyini le precancerous lesion ngoba kude lenye indlela lekangatati ngayo yena babe ngokuthi ngiyithwele in le HPV noma angayithwali so their role basically is to push their women sisters mothers to go and screen.
Ngeke phela labo babe labangaphathi kahle bayalwe ngimi ngoba kutawuthiwa Perez uyayidlisa i-team kuna labo babe labanesibinzi uyumva khuluma umvamemeta athi mina ngiyaloda lengaphandle bese ngekhaya lokuloda kwakho ubuyana na indvo nayi siyathinga lokuyikhuluma la ehlelweni lendvo leyo because bayafa labo make bashila amakhaya bashina labantwana umuntu abesolathi yena uyaloda lengaphandle.
Yeah info lekangati sita ngayo ke babe ngoba siyati ukuthi vele bayaloda I-tricky lento ye sexual contact ngoba babe utawuthi uyaloda hayi mina ngisebenzisa i-condom lengaphandle ngibuye ngalana ngingayisebenzisi i-condom but le contact solo ikhona i-condom ayivikeli le sexual contact ngoba le condom ingena la ndvukwini kuphela but ke letinye ma surrounding areas they don't have a plastic wona so still utamthelela loyo whatever woman lela kalota khona nale ekhaya so bobabe it's also very risky for you as bobabe because vele le penile cancer is something that is there. I think maybe Langa can say go a little bit nge statistics go ukuthi I penile cancer sits in statistics side ngoba umbangela walo le penile cancer ngiyona le HPV
yeah cishe kodwa sithi akunanzaba ngicela sigocote la in terms of statinza kumbe makuvela thuba inzaba ye penile cancer bayafuna ke boma ngeke yohlola bahlola kuphi kumbe labanye bataba nalo ukuthi kumbe kudingeka le dibhedlela letidulile bo medical aid and the likes bahlola kuphi boma ngeke bayafuna kusukumela idulu sebayivile inzaba iyacaca
siyabonga Pres yonke imitholampilo lekhona even la kaNgwane ma clinics kune clinic letvutane nje nasekhaya la ecatsini siyahlola cervical cancer
wathi nje ngilohlola cervical cancer
uma uthi udohlola cervical cancer nje kune ma hulment so ubeke ma structures ku trainwe bo nurse kune equipment implementing partners are into cervical cancer screening a supporter hulmende kuwo ke ma facilities cishe kuya screenwa vele ngisho noma ngabe ngathi iclinic letselelekile angathi le kuphi but cervical cancer screening cishe ukhona kungaba I health center kungaba I PHU kungaba sibedlela lesikhulu wonke ama facilities akaNgwane asa ceshekile and asa fully equipped to screen
valelisa nokwethu sifika amaphethelwe nehlelo thatha wethu
sibongile Perez for the invite ngingathanda nje ukugcizelela once again ngokuthi no woman deserves to die of cervical cancer especially because it's preventable and kushiphe kakhulu nalokuhlola lo mdlavuza womlomo wesibeletho for each woman I think it costs like 5 rand ngokuthi ahlole mdlavuza womlomo wesibeletho so bonke bomake please do access screening
nomalanga maketala ngiyabonga kakhulu nokwethu sibongele thathe wethu sacela lokuthi kulo February sitende leti inzaba leti ngethemba ukuthi nasevikini letawu ndabe ngihleli nalabanye lesikhulumisa dona ngeti inzaba te cancer maswathi la lamahle siyabonga kakhulu sikhulumisa inzaba yamdlavuza wesibeletho wemlomo wesibeletho cervical cancer no woman deserves to die because of cervical cancer esathemba nje ukuthi kuyafika emakhaya and my word to the men out there take responsibility particularly now it's Valentine's Day. Make sure you encourage your woman to go and do the pap smear just to come back home and say babe cha ngiphilile babe bathi khona lebangakuboni kahle so you can start this journey kusasenesikhathi if you have had a relative that is suffering from cervical cancer believe you me you don't want to go that route it is not a very nice stage kumbona seka kuleso sigaba leso njengoba ke noma la ngathi ichazelele leto nzaba leto maswathi lamahle Jehova kasigcine sibonane ngalokudaka siphilile insale kahle